Aloha o Puamakamae DeSoto Ko'oinoa, and this is the American Athlete. My dad is a world champion longboarder, and his whole family are watermen. And then on my mom's side, we are all watermen and women of fishermen and that background. And so, you know, you kind of put that together and you get me and my siblings. And so when I was 5 months, I caught my first wave with my dad. I was sitting on his lap on a surfboard in Waikiki. But I think watching my little siblings like kind of do the same thing, I definitely do get the memory kind of, and I try to picture it. But then when I was 2 years old, I caught my first wave by myself. I would paddle around in Waikiki. And then when I was about 11, I went to my parents and I was like, oh, I want to be a professional surfer. But growing up, my parents didn't really want us to compete because my dad knew like the sacrifices, and sometimes it can be really hard and really draining. So my dad never pushed it on us to ever compete. I feel like growing up doing the amateurs were always so much fun. You know, winning those came so much easier when I was just thinking about having fun, just thinking about enjoying myself and being in the ocean and just being grateful. And I gotta say, like, over time, as we get to higher levels and as I keep trying to progress and, you know, get to the Challenger Series, it's harder to have fun. So it's really cool to have those amateurs and always winning those and like just being happy and having like all of my best friends right next to me. In those moments, it's just like, we're just happy to be there and just enjoying ourselves. Besides those amateurs, my biggest like, oh my God, like I'm to this level moment was probably when I did my second Hawaii Surfing Association event and I ended up winning. And I had some girls in my heat who actually compete on the Challenger now, Betty Lou and Luana Silva. You know, just having like that kind of moments is, you know, always fun for me because I was not really in the Hasa group yet, and so it was my second contest. And so to win that was pretty fun and awesome for me. I actually was able to do, you're ruining the shot, guys. I think as a person on the beach, you see so much. You see the action, you see the people on the waves. Being in the ocean and really experiencing that is a much different thing, and looking in at all the people on the beach and all the crowds and, you know, trying to find your lineup. And when we're in a heat, you're kind of looking at all the waves as opportunity, and, you know, you kind of gotta score the waves before you catch it almost too, just to be like, if it's a 2, then you don't want to go on it. But sometimes you need a 2, and so sometimes you got to go on it. But it's really nice to have all the people here cheering on everybody. You know, as a wild card, you know, I've not been in this big of an industry as much as a lot of the other people, and so to have like new fans and just new people to like greet and say hi to is always awesome. If a keiki is coming up to me and asks me, I want to do something that, I want to be like you, I want to, you know, surf, and, you know, not necessarily the competing side, but just the surfing side, I would definitely just say, get out there, have fun, and go out there with a friend, you know, have a buddy system, and makahana ka ike, you learn through doing, so that's the best thing I could ever tell a kid. My favorite thing about surfing is having the opportunity to meet people. I think surfing is such a powerful thing, you know, as a cultural practice and as a way of life for, you know, many people around the world. It gives us opportunities to meet people from all over the world and gives us opportunities to really connect with other people through something really special, which is the ocean. And, you know, especially with like the North Shore in the wintertime, having hundreds and hundreds of people coming in from all over the world, and you get to connect with people. And then, you know, later when you go to their place, you get to connect with them there too. And so to have the relationships you create through it is amazing too. I don't really think there's like a big thing that is my least favorite, but I definitely hate is when my lips get like burnt from the sun and then it takes like weeks and weeks to recover from it. But I still love the sun and I love being out in the sun and, you know, having the opportunity to just be in the ocean and, you know, feel warm in the ocean too and not like cold all the time. My ultimate goal is to be an Olympic gold medalist and to also be a multi-world title holder in surfing and in shortboarding. Along with that, though, I have a lot more responsibilities in kuleana as a native Hawaiian surfer from Hawaii to share surfing with the world and, you know, share our story of Hawaii and the culture of Hawaii around the world and not just the sport itself. And so that's something that I really look forward to, just being able to connect with people through my culture. And one of my other goals is just to connect with people around the world. You know, if I'm going to go to Brazil, I want to connect with the native people of the land. You know, if I'm going to be in a contest somewhere, you know, like the contest here in Huntington, I was able to actually really connect with some native people of this land who no longer are here, but they're, you know, they have their history here and they came down to the beach and we did a ceremony to open it up. And, you know, those moments of being able to really connect with other people, natives of the lands, to reconnect and just, relate with each other.